Hey guys, this is Basketball Star 1130. I'm back with another video. I have two videos already uploaded on the channel because I got home from school about 2 hours ago, and I've been working hard on videos today. So I uploaded 2 on the channel, so go check those out. I also uploaded 4 yesterday, or all of them relating to the NFL. So go check those out. My channel's gonna be busy, probably at least one upload a day. Probably two to four uploads a day. Probably not more than 4, but 2 to 4 uploads a day probably from now moving forward, just because we're in the college football season. NBA season's creeping up on us in about a month, in a couple days. In about a month, and it's the NFL season. So go check those videos out. I can't wait to put out this great content for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy my channel. I thank all of you guys for watching it and commenting. Anyway, so let's get started. So today in this video, I'm going to be breaking down Ezekiel Elliot gets extended by the Dallas Cowboys. Now, he's been wanting this ever since the NFL season ended, ever since the Cowboys season ended in January when they got knocked out of the playoffs. The Cowboys had to extend Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, and Ezekiel Elliott, and Ezekiel Elliott was the first domino to fall. So I'll go over the details, what I think, and then a little wrap-up at the end. So the details are he gets 6 years, $150 million, $150 million a year, so 6 years, $150 million. The $110 million guaranteed, I think, the highest guaranteed money in NFL history, which I think is kind of weird. Like, I know Ezekiel, that's very good, but I think, in my opinion, after just one season, Saquon Barkley's already better than him. Better than Ezekiel Elliott, in my opinion. Actually, no, Saquon Barkley is better than Ezekiel Elliott, in my opinion. So, yeah, Ezekiel Elliott, this is a big contract for him. He gets his wish, and he was in Cabo, and ever since the negotiations started. He was in Cabo for like a month and a half here, and then he came back to Dallas, and his agent said a deal is very, very close. He said Zeke's committed to Dallas because he flew back all the way from Cabo, and he was getting training in Cabo too. It wasn't like he was just sitting there. So I think this is a little outrageous for Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott's what, like 25 years old right now, and he's entering his 4th season in league. And that means he'll be... And the weird thing about his contract was he was on the Cowboys roster. He was under contract for the next 2 years, not 1, but 2 years. Usually players ask when they're entering the last year of the contract or in the last year of their contract. No, he was on the contract for 2 more years, but now it'll be 8 total years because the 2 years plus the new 6-year contract extension onto that. So he'll be tied to the Dallas Cowboys for 8 more years. That means, because 25 plus 8, that means he'll be 33 years old when his extended contract is up, and he might be worn out by then. Running back's a very tolling position to play. Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts. I think that's a little too much for Ezekiel Elliott. Highest guaranteed money in NFL history, but tell me what you guys think below. Anyways, thank you for watching. Comments are yours to say whatever you want, and I'll respond to them as quick as possible. Anyways, this is Basketball Star 1130. Bye.